Welcome to the Fantasy Football Profit Podcast, hosted by Craig Phillips and Jeff Torrey. Visit us at fantasyfootballprofit.com. And now your hosts.
Welcome everyone to the Fantasy Football Profit Podcast. I'm Craig Phillips, joined as always by Jeff Torrey. And today we're going to do another auction mock. This one, we're just going to go and do our thing, try to get our best teams possible. But the difference is we're going to try out Sleeper today. We've been doing them on ESPN. ESPN's values seem, with some players, a little low. Like A.J. Dillon's obviously one of them. A lot of the running backs, to be honest, I even think like Ramondre Stevenson, Ken Walker, a lot of those kind of players, I think are just going for way too low. And I'm not sure, why. So let's try out Sleeper. We've never done this before. We're about to start a mock here in just a second. I'll get my screen shared so everyone can see this draft here. But never done it on Sleeper. I think it'd be interesting to see how this plays out, see how we do with this. This is new for both of us here. It might go quick, but we're going to go against the computers in this one, but just to get a feel for what this is. And then maybe we'll do another one with others involved, but let's try this thing out, Jeff, see how it goes. We got a draft in 2 days. Our home league is in 2 days, so we need practice anyway in any kind of, this might be a little more high pressure format, quicker format that I got set up here today. The lineups, it's going to be just a standard 10 team today. Quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, flex, tight end, no kickers, no defense this time around. So let's start this thing, Jeff. Let's see how it plays out. I get the first nomination. So yes, I want to start the draft. Here we go. Beautiful. All right, let's just get this out of the way. Jonathan Taylor, nominate. There we go. All right, so I know how to do it now. All right. This will be interesting, Jeff, here. He's up.
I know. It's actually pretty... It's
not a bad little format here.
Yeah, it's kind of slick.
Yeah. I kind of like this. We'll see. It'll be interesting to do this with more people, too, so.
Okay, yep. And on the left, we can up it.
Yep. I like it. There's a pass button on this, at least. ESPN get rid of the pass button. Geez, he's up to $70. So already, 70, whoa. Okay, already we can see on Sleeper, players are going for more money. Big time.
Yes. I mean, he was valued at what, 86?
84. He was the big
84.
Dude way up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's nice. They actually keep it up there too.
Yep. So
that's not every platform.
Jonathan Taylor, $84. Big difference from when I got him for 58 on an ESPN draft. So that is for sure. Next up, we got Cooper Kupp out there. This is going to be interesting. These values are a lot different. That's why,
Yeah, I mean, they are a lot different. And it's very interesting, too, because if you look at it, Cooper Kupp, obviously the number 1 ranked wide receiver, but his projected value is actually $2 less than Jefferson. And then there's a huge drop-off as soon as you hit Deante Adams. So I'm wondering if that projection is that what people have been actually paying for the players on this site?
Or it might just be, I don't know, maybe that's what Sleeper's putting the value at. It's weird though.
And then they don't, maybe they don't, it fluctuates, but they don't actually move the player. It's really interesting.
And there goes Cooper Kupp for 48. That's not, I think that might even be less than what I've seen on ESPN for that one. This is gonna be harder for me to jump in. I'm not sure. I'm having a hard time with auctions this year with getting these top guys because I just don't have a lot of sure things I love. So it's been interesting for me here. Here we got Derrick Henry. He's up to $44 right now. $54. There we go. There's Jeff in there.
Yeah.
Whoa, he jumps.
And now it jumped. All right.
67.
I have a feeling. 68. Yeah, I was gonna say the interesting part is gonna be obviously with AI, you rarely get
they'll go up.
deals on top players. So
hey, we'll get some money off the board, right?
Yeah.
In this one, I'm just curious about Nick Chubb. Let's see, Nick Chubb valued at $51.
Yeah, he is not not a deal in this one.
Here comes McCaffrey. Here you go, this thing.
Yeah, trying to help this one along. Okay, well, me and Craig are going against each other, so that's fine.
Oh, geez, somebody else jumped in.
And we're up to 58. Okay, so we both realized that McCaffrey was going for a deal, and now he's not.
Do I let you get him, or do I'll let you? Yeah. All right, you'll take him.
Cool.
Jeff gets
Cool.
McCaffrey for 60.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of money off the table. I think
yes.
maybe I'm kind of curious how like a waiting around strategy would work for me in this, because with that much money off the table, there is going to be some good values for me, I think. So we'll see. We'll see how this, if I decide to wait just a little bit. But there's not like there's a certain level like a running back you don't want to go beyond. You want to get like a few of these. If you don't get the top guy, you want to get a few of like the Mixon, Chubb, level.
Yeah, I'm wondering how many of these guys will actually, like, if you look at the projected value of like James Conner all the way down at, I think these are overall rankings, but 30th. He's still ranked at 46 compared to Zeke.
Yeah, at some point the values are gonna you're gonna started getting deals off these values.
Right. Like they can't possibly keep up because people are not gonna have money for it. So that is gonna be the interesting part.
No. And Eckler went for 54 on that last one. That's not a bad. Okay. That's not bad.
That's a pretty good deal.
Here's Dalvin Cook. He's up to $48, up to $51. $58. He's gone up a little bit there. He's up to 60. Okay. 62. All right. Let's just, all right. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to be completely waiting, but I am just going to switch up my thing this draft now, because I'm curious if I can get some really good deals with this money gone off the table. Yeah, so I'm going to try to play with this a little bit.
And I'm with AI. I feel like maybe I'm cheating here, but I looked at the price tag for QBs and they're insane. And so
did you just
throwing them out there? I want to see if they actually go for that, and that could change the course of this draft. But
this could be interesting. I might. You know what? I'm probably nominating James Conner next, because, like you said, that price tag of 46 right now is projected. That's huge. There's a couple guys that right now I'd like to get off the board for big money. That's, I think, so early on. We'll see if it plays out when it actually gets up there. And against real people, it's different. But again,
yeah, we say that. I mean, I do think that would be different, sure, but we do have to look like this is these, prices would actually show up when you're drafting. So you would have to know when to stop. So I'm not saying that, Josh Allen would actually go for $42, but I do think that he would go far ahead of what we would be willing to pay, because it depends on who you're with.
Well, it depends on who you're drafting with too. Like if it's more of a first time auction league, you might be getting guys that are just really going to rely on that projected value, right? And I think the early days, our league is hitting like probably year 12 or 13 right now. And in the early days, those values meant everything, I feel like. Today, they don't. We're established as a league. We've been doing it forever. They matter, but not, to the same extent. But if you're doing an auction for one of the first times, I guarantee these values are going to matter a lot to the people in your league. So it does make a difference. Oh, Jefferson went for 50 a minute ago here as well. Now we're at Najee. He was up to 50, almost up to 50. But I really think these values mean a lot to everybody in these drafts. That's for sure. I'm going to get a lot of money off the table here, Jeff.
And I guess, that'll be a big part of it
Najee
too.
For 52.
This platform, is it worth, can you find out as much as you want to if you're drafting against AI? So, it's not only the team we get, but also the format and everything about, Sleeper as a.
It's not a bad format. I don't mind this. This is it's pretty simple. It's
good looking. It definitely is, and it's working well. The only question I have would be the pricing, which differs from every single platform. Yep. So it's more of, at the end, did it work out or not, and how quickly does it get away from the base value? Which, once again, might not be a bad thing.
Still going for big money. $58. So no deals yet. There's just no deals out there yet at all. And they're mixing went for 58. Okay. I'm going to nominate James Conner. His projected value that they have him at is 46. I want to see what happens here. And if so, get some money off the table. I'm not a James Conner fan. I've made that clear. So I wouldn't mind him going for a few more dollars, but maybe he won't. Maybe he will. We'll see what goes on here. He's up to 40 right now. Yep, 46, 40. There we go. Thanks. Take him away. Take the money off the board. Let me build a great team here. Beautiful. All right. Way too much money for James Conner. Some people like James Conner, though. So this will be interesting to maybe we'll do an auction league. Yeah, I want to set one up yet with the listeners. And maybe we do it on Sleeper to switch it up. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, why not?
So this is this could be interesting to do this. Travis Kelce's up right now. He's up to 38. I'm just gonna wait. I just want to play this out. I want to see what I can do. Not too long. There's some guys I need to get, but I am just curious if I can build a team, if I can get some value here. Problem is the value's not coming yet. It might be too late before it shows up for me. That's the problem I'm running into.
It's possible.
I'll just get into the bidding here. Let's see. I like Swift.
Yeah, I was gonna say Swift actually is going for a decent price tag, right? So this guy is someone you could actually get a deal on, if you will.
Oh, Jeff, come on.
I mean, you didn't think I was gonna just let you run carte blanche, did you?
You might go McCaffrey Swift here.
I'd be fine with that.
Just take it. Take it, Jeff.
Sweet.
Take it. That's a good start. That's a good start for you. I have nothing yet. I'm just sitting here with my money.
Yes.
I decided to do a sit and wait approach.
And and there are a few guys. I mean, first of all, you have Nick Chubb. The question is, will he go all the way up to 51, right? And Alvin Kamara, you don't believe that any legal action is going to be taken. So I don't. Actually might be a giant steal.
That's what I'm looking at on this one is Kamara. Here's Deante
and
Adams.
Then Saquon, who 43, not as much of a deal as other platforms, but still a very good running back. Or you can wait and go for if you believe in ETN and
there was
Dobbins,
31.
Mitchell.
No, there's some I got something in mind. See if it can play out. I'm bidding right now on Chase. I think he's going to go higher, but I'll just stay in here for a minute.
He'd be a great one to start your team with.
I don't think I'm going to. I got other ideas. I got other plans. See if I can pull it off, though.
Yeah, he's great, but I don't want to spend another 47 at this moment. I want to I can save a little money by just going Diggs or Lamb even. And Lamb is $34. Oh, and here comes Craig.
All right, Jeff.
I really love CD Lamb.
Oh, you clicked the button again.
I did. I think he's well worth that one. I think he's actually undervalued.
Take him, Jeff. Take him.
I actually want to see what's going to happen here because I'm actually forcing you to wait longer than you would want to. Well, you could end up with Swift and Lamb, and both of those were going for undervalue. So I'm kind of pushing Craig to see what he can do. There's a lot of guys.
I'm really curious about this. This is an interesting. I didn't really come into this thinking I wanted to do a sit and wait thing, but let's see what it does, right?
All of us might run out of money before,
and I might just have my pick of the draft. Let's see.
And I mean, who knows? Maybe if he doesn't go if he just stops in the 40s, all of a sudden it's kind of like, okay, it's not nearly as crazy. Oh no, he's gonna pushing you.
Screw it. Just take him. Take Nick Chubb. I don't even want Nick Chubb.
I'm just gonna more money off the board.
I'm gonna wait. I don't know what I'm gonna get anymore. But
I mean, you can still get Alvin Kamara for say 41. So you can start with that.
I need Alvin Kamara. I still could get Kamara Barkley if I want, possibly. There he goes. Nick Chubb went for $51. So definitely a far cry from what he's going on ESPN. Yeah, that is for sure.
And so, I hate to do it. I'm actually going to help you because I am going to throw a QB out there, and I know more money will go off the board. But
so there's actually now three teams that don't have a player yet. Yeah,
that's not what I'm doing.
3 teams that do not have anybody yet. All right, and Mark Andrews goes for $31. Here's Diggs. I'm looking at Diggs. Let's see here.
And this really does. I mean, if this was actually the timer for, I mean, I wouldn't have it quite this quick if you were doing a real league, but I like the availability of different settings. This would make the pressure just mount.
Right, you got to be on it here.
There we go.
All right, there we
Diggs.
go. On the board, Stephon Diggs for me. $31. I think it's good value. I like that. I like getting Diggs for that price. So there's my start. I waited around a little bit. He was the 19th player off the board, so 18 players went before I got up there. There are still 2 other teams that have not got a player yet.
Yeah, which is very interesting. That actually might be a huge problem for you.
It might not. Yeah, you're right. It might not help. I kind of wish I was the only one. So
yeah, I mean, the prices, they don't go over. That's what you're finding out with AI. But that doesn't mean you'll get any of these guys for lesser. But like you said, like Kamara, those prices seem fine anyway. So spending 41 for him probably wouldn't be a big deal.
Well, here we go. I'm going to throw out Cam Akers. I don't want Cam Akers.
Try to get more money off the board.
I don't want Cam Akers for $38. So let's get some money off the table.
No,
I'm going to even click the pass button. I don't care. I click the pass button.
Hey, I'm going to click the pass button as well.
I don't want anything to do with this.
Hold on, what is this? So if you click pass, what
you can reverse it.
Oh, cool.
So nice if it's feature. An accidental pass,
yeah,
I like that. That's solid. That's good. I like that too.
That was always a terrible one when you would do it and then all of a sudden you realize no one's like bidding a guy up and you could never go back on ESPN.
Not bad on Sleeper. This is, it's good to try some different formats.
It's a nice setup. It really is.
It's pretty simple.
You have what do you have? Chat.
Well, I actually like that you can see the draft board here. You can see all the teams have. You have the info, but I can also see everybody's team just looking at it right now. And not
that's very nice. I kind of wish. I mean, you have to scroll down. It's not that big of a deal, but it would be nice to see a few more players in there. But that's a very little thing. I think this is a very nice way to do it.
Yeah, you can see as the teams are bidding what they already have on their team, and you might know how aggressive they might be with a player. So Tyreek Hill just went for 26. I mean, that's pretty good value. I'm just with Tyreek. It's such a new team. I just don't know. I don't know what to expect. So I've been avoiding him. Here goes Aaron Jones. It's not a bad price here either. $37 right now. It's solid, but I'm not really. AJ Dillon's there. It just scares me off to want to spend money on Aaron Jones. Here's Zeke. Again, Zeke, if he goes for a cheap enough price, maybe. But just not been, it seems like it does have the feeling like Zeke is on the downslope. So I've just not found myself getting him too often. He's up to $32. Come on, some of these other teams that don't have anybody. Let's get somebody. Come on, guys. Don't let me be the only one. I want them to get money off the table here. Not happening yet. All right, Zeke goes for 34. Saquon. All right, let's see here.
Let's see here. All right, so he is scheduled to go for 43.
So I will say at this point, I need Kamara or Barkley. I need one of those two. I probably should get both of them, but maybe I can make it work without. Oh, geez, I don't know if I want to go there now. 44.
Okay, so it went all the way up to 43 and then stopped. So you can get them at price.
I'm just gonna wait. 43. All right, I need Alvin Kamara. All right. I just got to go to the 41. I'm going to have to get him. By doing this, there's just no doubt I have to do it. At some point, people are going to go for less value. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Not yet, but it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, it definitely will. The prices drop off drastically, though, and it might. I mean, unbelievably, this actually might work out very well. Like, this could.
There we go. Alvin Kamara's on my team for 42. So I got Kamara and Diggs. Nothing wrong with that. I like it.
All right. I'm going to throw out Debo. I actually don't want Debo, so get more money off the board. But these prices actually might, like having it drop off that much, actually kind of makes sense because it is kind of what happens. It's not necessarily a gradual fall in a lot of these because you end up spending all your money. So it'll be very interesting to see if it still holds true for longer than I suspected.
Right. All right, Debo's up to 38 like we expected. Just I'll pass right now. Except that's not bad. Never mind. I'm not going to pass. Oh, I missed it. I went to click the button and I lost it. I thought I was like, maybe I'll just throw Debo on there with Diggs, but I missed it. All right. Okay. I'll keep with my other. Dang, $38 for Debo. That's still solid, but I'll do my cheaper guys route here. Mike Evans up to 27, 26. Let's see here. Who should I get for cheap? Evans goes for 26. Kyle Pitts is out there. Let's get some money off the board. All right. People hopefully start running. One team is down to a max of a $2 bid now. Another team's at a $14 bid. Another team's at a $25 bid. Another's at a $2 bid as well. So there's a lot of money out. There's 4 teams already that can't even go higher than 25. And Pitts went for 24. Here's AJ Brown. He's going to go for 27, it looks like. I think I got my target here. Might get some QB money off the board. That's what I'm going to do. QB money.
The guys are not going under value yet.
No, they're not. They're going to have to because money's not unlimited.
Yeah, I mean, the question is when.
That's going to be the interesting thing. I put Mahomes out there. I want to get a few more dollars off the board. Yeah, it's good. I'm very interested to see where the turn happens. If all of a sudden these guys are going to go under value. Mahomes probably will go for about value here as well, which is fine for me. So Sleeper values quarterbacks more than we do. I'll say that. That's for sure. Big time. So there's going to be like a QB deal at some point we get. Mahomes goes for 31. Still one team with nobody yet. They got to get somebody. T. Higgins up to 21. $20. 24. Yeah, take him. Take him for that. I also don't want this extra money, then realize I should have spent it on somebody. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Higgins goes for 24. I'll bid on Keenan Allen. Maybe get my wide receiver 2. All right. Keenan Allen, wide receiver 2 for $18 for me. Don't mind that one. So I got Kamara, I got Diggs, I got Allen. You have McCaffrey, Swift, and Lamb. So we each have 3 players. I have $49 more than you. So different strategies. See how it plays out. David Montgomery, please just take David Montgomery. Take that $28. Don't want anything to do with him. Here comes Fournette. He'll probably go for big money as well. But I got to start looking at running back 2. It's getting thin. I'm really waiting around. I know, and there's not many out there.
No,
but I don't want it to be Fournette. I don't know, Jeff. Just not for this price. I'm trying my strategy. I want to see how many guys I can really build a team with here. If this was a real draft, who knows if I'd do this, but Fournette's going to go for $39. There we go. Somebody finally got on the board. Here's Breece Hall. He'll go in the high 20s. You know what?
ETN is actually much higher than he is anywhere else, which is funny because he is one of our huge, okay, this is a guy I'm going to pay $10 for and love life.
So,
and here it makes a lot more sense.
Breece Hall, the more I'm thinking about this, I don't think I like spending this kind of money on Breece Hall. Michael Carter's not going away.
No, I was never on board with the.
But you're paying
might be a good one, but I would like to see it first.
You're paying a good amount of money for a running back on the Jets. First off, on the Jets, who has another good running back with him and who's not just going away. So, you know what? I think I'm going to pass on Breece Hall this year. I just don't think that's going to be a thing for me. It's the Jets running back who's going to be, how can we not say that he's going to be in some sort of, it's going to be a slight committee. Breece Hall's not going to come in there and just be the guy completely. There's no way. So $29 for Breece Hall. That's just not going to do it. ETN goes for 24. See, I love ETN, but I love his ESPN value.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, oh man. But there's not. I'm looking at the other QBs. Who do we have? DJ Morka. The other QB, or I'm sorry, the other running backs, and I don't. There is not.
There's not much out there.
No, I mean, there's really not. Like, you're not getting a deal at this point. You're gonna have to spend $25 for your next guy.
No, there's not deals yet.
And look, I mean, AJ Dillon 19 when we're getting him for $4 in ESPN. So it definitely is a huge difference. Even Kenneth Walker. Ken Walker is 14 here.
Yep. All right. Well, let me pick up Deante Johnson for $13. Deante Johnson's my wide receiver 3.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I was asleep at the wheel. I knew.
So I got Diggs, Keenan Allen, Deante Johnson as my 1, 2, and 3 receivers. I like it. I got good values on all of them, 31, 18, and 13. So I like that.
I think that second running back is going to be.
That's my downfall.
Yeah, well, and we'll see how everything else goes too. I mean, maybe we'll have to overpay for a QB for some reason too. Like,
we'll see. I mean, we have to, just based on how this is going. I'm going to throw Lamar Jackson out there and hopefully get some more money off the board.
Now we're just trying to outlast the AI and it's smarter than us.
Oh, so Ramondre Stevenson is a $14 projected in this, Jeff.
Who?
Ramondre Stevenson, 14.
Oh, I saw that. And I thought that was going to be the guy you're kind of like, okay, you're going to get him as your third. But even that, I'm like, man, your money, even though you are maybe second highest at the moment, is going to disappear very quickly.
So Lamar Jackson went for 25. His projected value was 30. So that's about the first time I've seen a guy go under. So it's changed now.
Oh, here we go.
Here comes Josh Jacobs. His projected is up at 25. He's going for 18.
Okay, now it's starting to drop. Yeah.
There we go. He went for $17. There's the switch. So, all right, I got to get a little active here. Lower bids possibly. I like Terry McLaurin, but okay, he's going back up to normal. But yeah, there was a couple guys
McLaurin,
there.
But now a lot of these guys are about the same price, so I'm going to wait a little bit longer to see if I can get a deal on one of them, because I don't really have too strong of a feeling when we're talking about, like, whether it be McLaurin, Pittman, Mike Williams, Sutton.
Another thing about this I like on Sleeper, just how this is set up. So when you're going to offer somebody, right? You click offer 15 or whatever. Normally, like we've had on ESPN where the bid changes and you're screwed. All of a sudden you bid way more than you want. As soon as the offer changes on here,
it takes it away.
It takes it away for a second. I like that. That's a nice little feature. That's different because normally you're ready to click it, and what if somebody bid right before you and you're like, oh geez, I'm way up higher than I want it to be. That's why on ESPN, like, I put the value in like almost every time I bid. This is great. Sleeper I'm coming around on it a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, I like this part of it, especially. It's really, really nice.
We haven't been the biggest Sleeper guys yet. We just played ESPN for so many years.
Yeah. And we do have one league that we did in here, and I'm not used to the everyday kind of look of it, like the dashboard and whatnot, but it wasn't bad. It was just not the usual. So
Pittman goes for 19. He had I think that was slightly, or maybe right below projected. Antonio Gibson went for 18, which was definitely lower than projected. So we got some different. I still need to get some more. I didn't like Antonio Gibson. I'm not even going for him. So
no. Yeah, me either.
There's Darren Waller, tight end wise. All right.
On tight end, we have QBs are still there's a handful. They're going for over 20 still, which will be interesting. But running back is going to be the interesting one.
Right.
Are they going down? Who are you gonna? I just have this feeling you're going to take Stevenson anyway, and then you will call it your second. Is that what you're doing?
I'm bidding right now on Dobbins. We'll see what happens here. We'll see where this goes. All right. Oh, come on, Jeff.
Yeah, that's too cheap. Come on.
Take him then.
I will. For 18, I will. Yeah, that's what I thought. 20?
I mean, I'm going to handcuff you to be done here. This is your flex spot.
Pay up, man. You're going to Okay, so I have.
I went to bid too and I missed it. The bid goes done.
So I
Take
have
Dobbins.
that flex, and I still have enough money to mess around. I do want to make sure I get at least one more wide receiver I like, and after that, I can play the poor man's game. But I would be okay with that.
I should have got Dobbins.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to see too, because I am pushing like 3 of your players. I mean, we don't typically bet against each other, but I did want to push you because this does seem to happen a lot. Because if there's 2 people left, like if you miss out on one, so putting them to the decision.
I have so much more money than everybody else.
Yeah. So, but it is kind of weird though. I mean,
oh man,
I don't know what that's going to look like at the end. So I'm very interested to see.
All right.
Gonna get Elijah?
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not.
No.
You are just gonna go Stevenson number 2, aren't you?
I don't know. I'm gonna go Harris, Stevenson, Walker, Penny. do my usual.
There you go.
Hope I get it back. This is actually going for a cheap price right now.
It is actually.
It's almost like, you know what? I'll just bid a 16. I was
actually gonna say. I was like, I cannot believe you let him go by for $16.
There he goes, one more up. I don't know if I want to anymore.
Now you have to do 18, and it's not as big of a deal. But did he freak? And he didn't. He did not take him. Wow. I think you're seeing. This is what happens when you don't know the prices coming into it. This can happen. I'm not saying his team can't be good by the end of it, but right now it is definitely a kind of like it feels very, very shifty. This could go really sideways on Craig if he can't get.
I'm gonna go. My 4th receiver is gonna be my flex. It's gonna be Courtney Sutton.
I think that's a good way to do it because
we got Diggs, Allen, Deante, Courtney Sutton. This is great. I love this. This is actually fun. I like
someone I was going to go after, but I was kind of like,
There, Kyler. Whoa, Kyler just went for 2. I just missed it. Oh my god, that happened so quick.
That changes things.
Big time. So, wow, that changes.
That's what happens when you let your guard down. I just assumed the AI would try to help us out a little bit.
Yeah, thought so too. That changed big time.
Now I know what.
All right, let's do this thing. We'll keep going. We paused it for a second. I'm going to resume. And Amari Cooper just went for 3, and we are back at it. There we go. All right. So this has been fun. This one I actually been really enjoying this one. Marquis Brown.
Yeah, I like how quick it's going. Now he's paying me back.
Give me my wide receiver 5.
Mm-hmm,
Jeff has only 1.
Should I?
Who else is left? Give it to me. Come on. I'll take Marquis Brown. I'm going to have too much money.
Actually, I'm going to let you have him.
All right. Marquis Brown, wide receiver 5.
Yeah, you can't use him, so I don't actually mind that. And then it just puts you at more of a disadvantage when it comes to like running back and whatnot. So I'm okay with that.
Here's Kenneth Walker. Let me get in on the Kenneth Walker action. He's my running back 2. Come on, Jeff. I need my RB2. If I get Walker, though, I feel like I have to get Penny. It's kind of how I feel. I have a lot of money to play around with right now, so I can probably do it. Here we go. Ken Walker. He's now a member of the FF Profit Craig squad. Next up is Chris Godwin. I don't know what to do with Chris Godwin. I think he's going to end up being a very, very good value, to be honest. So let me get my wide receiver 6, possibly. No, there you go. That's actually the move maybe when in this, but if he doesn't miss much time, like he's going to be an extreme value going into this.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to go in assuming he's going to miss the first quarter of the season, but with this team, the way mine played out, I'd rather pay and then wait. And if he ends up being my wide receiver 2, I mean, that's amazing.
$8, not bad. Here's Jerry Jeudy. I'm kind of off the Jerry Jeudy bandwagon a little bit, to be honest. Just not feeling it. He goes for $5. I still have money to spend. I gotta go. I gotta do this thing. Oh man, Allen Robinson, sure. Come on. I might end up with some money on the board, Jeff. We'll see. Allen Robinson, I get for 6.
Oh man, you are going real heavy.
All right, let me see. I'll throw Rashad Penny out there. I feel like I need to get him with Walker. Don't know how they're gonna play. So I feel like if you get both, you should be at some point. You should hopefully be in a good spot, knowing who the guys are truly gonna be. See if I can get a deal. Oh, there we go. Rashad Penny for 5. So I got Penny and Walker for combined $15. I like that. I'm good. I'm completely good with that. And so there's my running back 2 somehow. Walker / Penny. Maybe it's down the board a little bit. Brandon Cooks. This is good. I think good value here for Brandon Cooks. But I already have 6. I have 6 receivers. So
yeah,
Brandon
how
Cooks
much did he go for?
$4.
Okay, so we're getting some cheap action now.
We knew it would happen. We knew it would turn at some point. And there's
man, and with
Jalen
this,
Hurts.
when it's so low, there is no time. Like you cannot look away from the screen.
No, you can't. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, that makes it. I have to think. Like you have to think real quick when it comes to these ones.
Come on, give it to me. Give me Joe Burrow.
Yep, and you're gonna get him.
$4 Joe Burrow, don't mind it. So yeah, they definitely like change. I don't even love Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but let's see if I can get him for cheap.
Yeah, I think in your you just have to take those shots.
Right. Yeah, I'm not like a huge fan here, so don't mistake that. It's just there's some value to be had. I'm going to end up with way too much money. Ugh.
Which I love. I mean, and that is the thing about if you we've never done a draft down here, and that's why we're doing it. This is exactly what can happen. So I think this is the perfect lesson to come out of this, to be quite honest.
Yeah, really. I'm going to end up with just way too much money. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for making me spend a couple dollars more because there's people, they don't have maxes left. Like I'm getting anybody I want at this point.
Yeah.
So there's Damian Harris. Thank you for him. If Jeff dominates the guy I want, I'll just take him. So don't nominate anybody you really want, Jeff, because I'll just take him from you. Ooh, I do want him.
I want him too, and
you're not going to get him.
Oh, that would be fine.
I love Rashad Bateman this year.
Yeah.
And I have like no way to get this money off the board. I have too much of it. Way too much of it. It's not going to happen.
Honestly, the only thing I'm waiting for is like Craig to be out.
I'm almost there. I got 2 more players, and I got 2 more spots. One's a tight end, Jeff. So obviously, I think we all know
bench player. Then I don't have to worry about you, which would be great.
We all know who my final bench player is going to be, if you've listened to this show enough. And it's not Miles Sanders who's nominated right now. It's going to be Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah.
And nothing can stop me from getting him. So he will be on my team. If I have to spend $24 because Jeff's max is 23, I will do it. I might just do it because I'm just I left money on the board. It's no good. Shouldn't have done it, Jeff.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, that'll be the interesting one is figuring out what you would have done instead.
Yeah.
I mean, guessing it would have been in the running back situation, my guess, but
probably. Yep.
You do have your bench is it's going to be so crazy full of talent that it will be interesting. Well, I wonder in the league, if you could trade, there might be a way out of that.
If Stevenson would have been nominated early, he would have gone for a lot more money, but I got him for 3. So I got Stevenson and Harris. I have Penny and Walker. I've done that a few times if you've been paying attention to these drafts. So that's my, later round players I love. And so I'm going to probably end it with either Dalton Schultz or TJ Hawkinson at tight end. Haven't decided which one I want more.
Sweet. All right. Now I got Mooney to be my number 3, which I love. He can be my number 2 for a while. Obviously, I'm going to grab as many good wide receivers as I can from my bench to try to make sure that when Godwin is out, I can have a very healthy team. And
Hey,
I'm
you know what?
actually, after messing with Craig with Dobbins, that was actually probably one of my better picks because now that I have him, I feel very, very safe.
That's probably what I should have done right there. Gone with Dobbins.
Yeah, I think that's a big mistake you made because I think
that's the
you
one.
had enough money and,
Hey,
so I
Jeff,
think that is where, you
hey, do you
not
remember
knowing.
remember the AJ Dillon people?
Yeah, I still got him for 4. What up? Actually, I love that too. I mean, I feel very, very solid about my team. The wide receivers aren't as scary as,
and now
as
you can
other
go
people's, but
you can go get Russell Wilson probably.
yeah, he's actually number 1 on my queue. So if I can get him to make sure that, here we go.
And you're going to. So
yeah,
you're going to leave with money too, Jeff. We're both going to leave with money on this one.
No way. I got him for $1. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I actually will leave with money. Maybe
we both are.
That would be weird.
I'm going to leave with way too much money, like $26 of too much money. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Or no, that wasn't you. It was somebody else. Thanks,
yeah, I didn't do that one. Are you taking Jarwin?
I'm taking Jarwin.
I'm sorry, Schultz. That's great. What a callback on that one.
Yeah, just thinking Cowboys tight end. So there we go.
I'm just putting them in. Okay, well, that means I'm going after Hawkinson. Now I just get to my pick of the litter, if you will.
Yeah, Hawkinson will be yours.
How many people do I have?
You need like 7 more players.
Yeah, I do.
So you know what it worked out. You're gonna be able to get whatever you want and maybe leave with a couple dollars. I left with 24 of them.
I might not be too. I mean, I might leave with double digits. I mean, shoot.
I mean, it's different. We hadn't played on this before, and it's definitely got some learning to do here. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I do like the format though. Sleeper, they've built a good auction draft. I think I love being able to see everyone's teams, and I kind of like it.
I kind of want to see what Elijah Moore does. I was obviously a huge fan of him last year.
I do. I like Elijah Moore. I'm still a big Elijah Moore fan. I just don't. Well, I didn't want to tell you that yet for our draft coming up,
but yeah, I'm very interested to see what he does. So in this case, when I had the money, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna. Why not throw him on my bench?
Yep, I think that's a very solid late pick there. You're going to be able to get a lot of good players yet. There's still some guys out here.
There's almost too many. That's what it feels like.
All right, who are you going to nominate here?
Oh shoot.
There you go. Get Hawk.
Yep. So I will say, like, the queue in this is pretty clutch when we don't have any time. And I got him for $1. Okay, I was kind of hoping I'd spend a little more money. But
there's the max bids are like 2.
Clutch.
Yeah, it's I like this format. Well, I mean, we'll never get our main league to switch to sleeper, even if we liked it more. But
no.
It's not bad if you're starting up a new league and people want to use sleeper. If they like it, they have a good auction draft format now. So definitely.
I never really think about going after Hopkins because I never have the money. But I'm like, all of a sudden, the second half of the year, my team could be just bonkers.
Right.
How many do I have? I have 4 spots left. I have to make sure I do this correctly so I don't screw myself because I should get
a couple more running backs. Make sure you get your guys you want here.
Yeah.
Let me pull this up. I'll let people see who's available at running back. There's Tony Pollard yet. Devin Singletary, Chase Edmonds, Melvin Gordon, James Cook, Michael Carter, Damian Pierce are the main guys out there.
And then I missed because I wasn't paying attention. I missed on Pollard. All right. Well, that's what I get.
Wide receiver wise, Brandon Ayuk. I would have loved to get Brandon Ayuk. I'm a big Brandon Ayuk fan.
Tony Ayuk and Melvin Gordon are on my list so far. Pollard was, and I screwed that up. So
there's actually a lot of good value. Christian Watson still wouldn't get him probably in this, but he's I think off the pup list now, which is a good sign.
Yes.
See what happens there. Be very interested to see how he starts playing. And QB, you did get Russell Wilson, so Trey Lance is probably still out there. You know what, Jeff? Coming around on Trey Lance. I said it I think last week, and I'm thinking about this more. And our initial thought, like a couple years ago when we liked Lamar Jackson, it was just for his running ability, and we didn't even expect anything more. And I feel like we should feel the same way about Trey Lance. I think we maybe were too harsh on him.
I don't know. I'm not there quite yet. I mean, maybe, but I don't think that he's going to be game in, game out a top 10 guy. Oh, make sure I get him.
You got Ayuk, and then you got Melvin Gordon.
Yep, I have 2 more to go. I will get Kadarius Toney more than likely, and
Kadarius
who else
Toney
would be the best one?
And probably that's an interesting Kadarius Toney for sure.
I mean, there are so many guys here in order to put on the end of your bench. I'm
Alan
just wondering if I
Lazard.
want a wide receiver or if I want a running
James
back.
Cook.
James Cook is really interesting to me. I might go him. I mean, honestly, like Hardman is very interesting. As these guys are all lottery picks down here, if he's actually the guy. I mean, Julio Jones. I feel like he might be a little too old, but I mean, technically I could go for a Trey Lance and go with Craig's optimism.
I'm telling you, something. I'm starting to come around.
I think I will go James Cook.
Yeah, that's solid.
Just interesting.
All right, there you go.
All right,
there's your team.
There we go.
All right. The rest is still drafting here, but let me see here. All right, that should go quick. All right, Let's look at our teams here, Jeff. Look at yours here. Russell Wilson at quarterback, Christian McCaffrey, DeAndre Swift are your running backs 1 and 2, solid. CeeDee Lamb, Chris Godwin, Darnell Mooney. So this is the only spot where you might be slightly weak, and it says a lot of it depends on Chris Godwin's health and when he comes back. So you might lose Chris Godwin for a few weeks, but when he comes back, you're probably in decent shape. You have Elijah Moore, DeAndre Hopkins, Brandon Ayuk are your other receivers, and Kadarius Toney. You could easily probably slot in Brandon Ayuk there early on, or Elijah Moore in there while Godwin comes back. Hawkinson at tight end. Dobbins is currently your flex, I believe. And then we have A.J. Dillon. You have Melvin Gordon, James Cook, Kadarius Toney. Solid team. You left $10 on the board, though, Jeff. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think that is where I screwed up. I mean, obviously, but I think the last 4 picks, who cares kind of deal. I think getting one more wide receiver, like I'm trying to think, what can you spend? Another 12, like $10 guy, $12 guy.
So you could have got like you
Metcalf,
probably a Mike Williams, Michael Pittman, maybe even like could put money on somebody like you would have been closer.
Yeah, I mean, if I
you
did
definitely could have
that,
got a
my
Mike
team would
Williams.
be looking really good. So
yeah,
I really like it, but that was where I screwed up. So both of us left money on the board.
We did. I left more, which I started this draft. I saw the big values, and I'm like, let's just try sit and wait, see what happens. And I sat too long, and I waited too long. And that can be the problem if you try the sit and wait type strategy. Is by the time you really get going, you might get some good values, but you can't even spend it all. You missed on one thing, and where my one miss will be, I left $24 on the table, which is terrible. My miss is going to be not getting J.K. Dobbins. I could have easily got J.K. Dobbins. Let's say I just replaced J.K. Dobbins with get rid of Clyde Edwards-Helaire and take J.K. Dobbins there. Easily could have done it. And that makes my team that much better. I ended up with Joe Burrow, Alvin Kamara. With Dobbins there at 2, I feel great. That's the screw up right there. And that sometimes you can look back and be like, yep, did it. That's what happened. So like I've talked about before, is you just don't sit and wait can work, but to a point. Just don't let the draft go by you. And I let Dobbins go by me in this one, and that screwed me up. So Burrow's my QB1. Alvin Kamara is my running back 1. And then I have a committee for running back 2. It's going to be either Penny, Kenneth Walker, or it's Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson, or Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And that's my running backs. Wide receivers, though, I think I'm very strong. Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, Deante Johnson, Courtney Sutton, Marquis Brown, Allen Robinson, Rashad Bateman. When I get Rashad Bateman as wide receiver 7, I love it. And then Dalton Schultz at tight end.
The annoying part about that is the week in, week out of, and obviously this is not how you plan it, but like the week in, week out of deciding who is going to play. Because like Diggs will be in. And to start, Keenan Allen will be in. But after a couple of weeks, you're really going to be like whoever has a hot hand. But, that is going to be a headache in order to pick.
Right.
Which, bad problem to have. I don't know about that. But it will make it more difficult. And it just kind of adds to the, man, why didn't I just get a different RB2?
Dobbins. Yep, Dobbins. Why didn't I get Dobbins? And that's where I needed to go.
And the worst part too is like you would have to. I mean, there's a possibility that you could trade a couple of these wide receivers and get a running back that you believe in. Go after an ETN and give up like a Sutton Brown situation, or maybe a Bateman Brown, or whatever you can do. But immediately I'd be looking for trade partners. But
Right.
same thing for me. It's kind of a wait and see to what is going to happen. Because
Yep.
Mooney, I love him at a wide receiver 3. Absolutely love it. As a wide receiver 2, and then playing these younger guys, it's a little scary. So I did not do myself any favors as well on that. So it's kind of funny that way. And all of the AIs left with no money on the board.
They did it well. They knew what they were doing.
They did. I mean, man, actually, I had my doubts
Right.
when we started this. I liked the look of it. I like the functionality of it, but I was kind of like, okay, the values seem a little out of whack, and we're gonna not learn anything because we're going against AI, and they are going to overspend, and then we'll have carte blanche, and it did not happen at all.
Well, and
It was very useful to have this because the lesson at the end of the day was, and you and me, I think we have this like a little bit of bravado where we're like, I mean, we'll figure it out as we go.
right.
And if you knew who you wanted, you could go out and you could get a couple of top guys and then kind of wait for the draft to come to you. Because they weren't going over the value. And that's
Right.
what we should have picked up on. Like, okay, I got to. And luckily for me, I did that with McCaffrey right away.
True.
And that was the big difference.
Well,
I should have done that and I did it with Lamb, like McCaffrey, Lamb. I had my people picked out, but I should have picked out one more guy.
Yep, like me too. It's one more guy. It's just one more guy. And that's like when you leave money on the table, it's just one more guy. That's what you should have got at some point. And you waited just slightly too long to pull the trigger. And you got too scared. That's what happens, right? You get a little too scared slightly. So that's why these mocks, telling you, it's perfect to do this. This is a great lesson, Jeff, for our draft in 2 days.
It really is. And what I loved about this one, and I will 100% good for Sleeper. They really built a really nice product here. And the thing I love about this too is even going against the AI, it really helped me. And the fact that you can go through it so quickly, you actually make sure that you don't get rattled by a quick turnaround, and you could just burn through. If you were the only one in here too, you could burn through 5 of these in a night very, very quickly, and you could learn a lot. You could try different strategies. So I really love this tool. It's really great.
So are you ready for our draft?
No, I just found out I'm not.
So we'll probably come back. We'll probably come back later this week. Maybe we'll review how we did in our home league and just auction keeper. We haven't talked about auction keeper leagues. So it might be interesting to just an idea of what players went for, how auction keeper can change things. And it does quite a bit.
Big way.
Yep. So we'll see. We're going to throw that out there. I'm getting nervous. 2 days away, less than 2 days away. We'll be draft Tuesday night. We're drafting.
So annoyed that we're doing it in the middle of the week, but I know we have to do it that way this year, but what?
Yeah, it's keepers in our league are about to lock in 23 minutes. I'm very
Me and Craig actually made a deal.
We did
a deal at the last second in order to get my
keeping
my third keeper and give Craig a little more draft cash.
And let me pick up Damian Harris now in the draft so I can team him with Stevenson.
I knew I was going to say that's also why I was like, this is a very smart move by Craig, because he knows that Damian Harris would have been instead of Gibson. And that's why you didn't overcharge me for Elijah Mitchell, because you're kind of like,
it's part of it.
Yeah.
I
figured that, but I'm like, I'll take him knowing that we already have keepers and it's going to be kind of just a
and I don't think I'm going to get a deal on Harris, but
no, but you want him, right? Yeah.
I'd like the chance. I don't know if I'm going to get him.
Yeah. You want the option.
If it goes for a price that I'm okay with, I could team him with Stevenson and feel good. But I decided to keep Ramondre Stevenson. You know what? I just could not bear him going back into the draft when he's currently on my team, and I could just keep him. I just had to do it. I'm going to keep him for $10. I don't know if that's overpaying, but I'll look at it as I'm keeping him for $5 because I just got that $5 from you for Mitchell. So I'm going to look at it now. I'm keeping Stevenson for $5. There we go. I feel good now.
Yeah.
In reality, I wouldn't have got that $5 if I didn't decide to keep Stevenson. So
not 100%.
He's $5 in my mind then.
Yeah. And I think that is a one That's an interesting one too, because when you're talking about keepers, obviously you always want the best value. But if it becomes close and you want to keep someone that you just really feel strongly about, or that gut shot, like I think he is going to be big, and I think that he's just undervalued at the moment. It's not always the best strategy, but
I don't do it.
I don't just manning up and saying, "Hey, this is I think this. I'm just going to run with it."
I haven't really done that before. I'd be honest, and just something this one. You know what? I just have to do it. I love Stevenson. I'm going to just put it. You know what? If he doesn't happen. I don't think I'm that much out on money. Maybe Mitchell makes me look stupid, but you know what?
We'll find out. I mean, I might look dumb too. And that's the interesting part about having keepers as well, because, I was not in a good position last year. So I started making all these trades, and you're trying to, I got more than just 3 keepers or potential keepers. And it actually worked out. At first, you're never sure. You're kind of like, if I made these trades and you don't get to keep them anyway. But look, Antonio Gibson, during the draft and everything, he ended up getting squeezed at his position, and we didn't like him nearly as much, even though he was doing pretty well last year. And then I also had Damian Harris, who you're kind of like, he's going to be the bell cow. Now you're hearing all these things about Stevenson. He's up on the trade block.
Who knows?
All of a sudden, his value plummets for me. I'm a little scared to use that as a
that keeper. Makes you really, like those are the kind of rumors that make you really nervous about keeping Harris. It's just it might not. Chances are he doesn't get traded. Chances are none of that happens. But there's just so much talk that's just.
Yes. Yeah. And the scary part about the talk is if Stevenson really does show out, they do a hot hand there. And if Damian Harris loses out on goal line carries, all of a sudden he takes a massive hit. And if he didn't, then I would have just left as is. And then Elijah Mitchell, I'm taking a little bit of risk on him. He's not a highly drafted guy. And I do think that he will get first crack at it. But he's dealing with an injury at the moment.
Should be back for week 1, they say. They're not. Just no one seems concerned.
But it is a possibility, and I think $15 in our league is fine. I mean,
auction keeper leagues can be odd because you're sometimes going into the draft knowing you're at a big disadvantage, and we've been in trying to win championships mode, so you end up kind of throwing away the next year. This year you got some money. But we got 2 teams going into this thing. One of them's going to have Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, and Cooper Kupp. That's insane. The other one's going to have Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Deebo Samuel. So I mean, we got to do some things to try to win.
Yes, exactly. We can't just play it up. We can't play it straight.
I need to have like Stevenson breakout. I need that kind of move to win or to set myself up for the future. So
yeah. I don't think there's any other way to go about it in our league at the moment. I think I have to go like big in 2 positions, and then you have to hit on someone coming on the bench. But depending on your league, no one goes for cheap. So
if anybody's been watching these, it's almost pretty clear our guys at this point.
That has definitely been happening the last couple of years. Yeah, and then we don't do each other any favors.
No, it's like for me, it's Rashad Penny, Ken Walker, Stevenson, Harris, Rashad Bateman, and then you got like Kadarius Toney, AJ Dillon, like these kind of guys that we keep finding ourselves with on our teams all the time.
Load them up on the bench. We're not going to be able to afford all of them.
Not in this league. We'll see how it goes, but we'll give you guys a rundown of how we did and how badly I feel about it after, So I don't know. But, all right, that was fun. Sleeper, nice. Maybe we'll set up that auction league. I really want to do that yet. We'll set up a listener auction league. So if you are interested, just send us a message on wherever, fantasyfootballprofit@gmail.com. Instagram.com/fantasyfootballprofit. Go there, join up, and send us an email there, or go to our Discord. It'll be in the show notes. Go join up. We got some stuff going on there. We got some good fantasy football talk happening already. We got some gambling picks. Always, I'll got some going on here soon. Joe, who was on the show last week, he'll have his picks. Maybe you don't want to follow him. Maybe you do. I don't know. We'll find out. See how that goes. But join us, join that link in the Discord, and you message us there as well, and get in on this auction league. We'll set it up. We don't have a time yet, but we'll do it live on the show. And it's always fun. We did one last year, and that'll be like real pressure, but when it's real. But our big one it's almost good, Jeff. We're getting this out of the way already. So
yeah, I hope.
But all right, that'll do it for today. We'll talk to you guys next time.